Ladies and gentlemen, but probably at this point, only gentlemen.
Gentleman,
It's
singular.
been a long 5 days.
What?
About
It's been like a week.
We're back.
It's been like a week, but we're
We're
back
back.
after the worst week
Uh,
one of all time.
that was something.
That was terrible.
Probably the worst football watching experience of my life because I lost in fantasy.
Okay. I did at least win in fantasy. That was the one thing that. So
'Cause
usually, so
The
usually
Dallas
lose.
Cowboys bailed you out.
I would have won even if the Cowboys only got like 15 points. Like, okay, everyone keeps saying the Cowboys defense
If
bailed
they
me
only
out.
got 15 points, that's a lot of points, okay?
Like, even if they only got like 10 points, I would have won. No, actually, even if the Cowboys only got like 5 points, I would have won. Because
You won by,
Like
38. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, no, I would have
Okay.
won because
It
Tony
wasn't
Pollard
close.
had a good game. Yeah, I mean, like Tony Pollard had a good game. So, like, sure, the Cowboys gave
Calvin
me
Ridley T.
Cowboys
stack worked well.
yeah, the Trevor Lawrence Calvin Ridley stack's gonna go great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch that. To keep watching
I'm
that.
quite disappointed I didn't get that.
That was my plan going into the draft. The Calvin Ridley Trevor Lawrence stack was my plan. That was all calculated.
Regardless, we're not here to talk about fantasy. We're here to talk about the
Thank God.
football aspect.
Thank God. But yeah, it wasn't a great week one for me. I think I had the worst week of picks I've ever had before. Like if you go back,
Oh, that's very bad.
yeah, I had the worst week. Like usually, I was pretty good last year. Like I was pretty consistent last year. This is the worst week I ever had. Not even close. So, yeah, no, like I'm going back to my other the next closest to any week that I had. No, I had a 6-10 last year too. Week 2, I went 6-10. So, but everyone did bad that week too. Alex went 6-10 that week, and Zach went 8-8. So, yeah, that wasn't a great. But yeah, no, this was just not a good week for me. No, it was not it. I went 6. We'll do a little recap for the Cheeks cast for our listener. Zach went 9-7. I went 6-10. Not great. Alex went quote unquote 9-7 when he didn't really make his own picks. That was a weird.
It was like probably what he would have done.
Probably what these are probably the picks he would have made, but
Just knowing his style, but
yeah, like
alas.
these are probably the picks he would have made. The only one that I would have argued I think he probably would have. No, these are actually probably exactly what he would have made. The only one I think he maybe wouldn't have is Atlanta. I think he might have picked Carolina. But besides that, yeah, these are definitely the picks he would have made. I could see him picking Green Bay too, but it's generally yeah, he went 9-7 and then Fish at 8-8. So
I'm
wasn't
fine with 8-8 this week.
it wasn't a great week.
But it was a week.
It was a week, and it was a strange week one. It was a very, I mean, like, there were some weird games this week. Like, the I can't believe, man, Minnesota lost to Tampa. Well, that's why I said
I think it just kind of proves that last year they were frauds.
I mean, yeah, everyone knew they were on fraud watch. Everyone knew they were frauds, but
But like
I just can't believe they
the
lost
Tampa
to
Bay
Tampa.
Buccaneers
Yeah,
are bad.
I can't believe they lost to Tampa, man. That is pathetic.
I mean, Baker looks solid.
Yeah,
Ish.
the defense looks solid too. I mean, they might just not be as bad as we thought. I mean, that's very possible. They might just because they still have.
I just thought they were gonna be on tank watch, man.
They just
I
have.
thought they were on the Williams watch.
They're very top heavy. That's the thing. They just don't have a lot of depth outside their stars. So I know that's the word I was looking for. So I don't know. They're just a tough, but yeah. And then there's other games like that's like the biggest one that was just like, oh, what the fuck did I just watch? I guess Seattle LA was a weird one too.
Oh, I didn't even watch that one. It was
Well, Seattle lost. I guess I overlooked the fact that that Matt Stafford is still a good quarterback. He just
and that Aaron Donald is alive.
and that Aaron Donald is alive, and the Seahawks O-line isn't good. I just kind of was like, Rams defense sucks. Seahawks offense is pretty good. I mean, I just kind of overlooked the fact that Matt Stafford's still a really good quarterback. That's what it comes down to, really. So
I just bought into your fears.
I mean, I still think the second Matt Stafford goes down, I think the Rams are cooked. Though I'll say that. Like,
Yes.
Or like
Regardless, that's not what we're talking about
Yeah.
right now. We're gonna start with the first game.
no, let's start with our overreactions.
Wait. Oh, our overreactions.
Our
My
week
bad.
one,
My
our
bad.
overreactions to week one. We did this last year, and I don't remember what we said. All I remember is that I said the Rams are cooked. That was my week one overreaction. Was the Rams are cooked, and that was a pretty good call. So I feel pretty good about my week 1 overreaction, and that is that the Patriots are the best defense in the NFL.
I mean, they had a pretty solid showing after the first quarter, which wasn't even mainly the defense.
That was not the defense. That was the offense.
Turnovers.
Pats defense played like that was one of the best defensive performances. I think it was an unbelievable. I guess the Cowboys had a great defensive performance, but
that was my.
The thing is, you got to think about this relative because the Giants are the Giants. The Eagles just went to the Super Bowl. My relative thinking is that also the Giants have an awful offensive line. The Cowboys just match up really well against their offensive line. I feel like, but the Cowboys have an incredible pass rush, and the Giants, one of their biggest weaknesses is the O-line in theory. So it's just they couldn't get anything going. And I think that the Patriots defense just looked so sound against an offense that was obviously absolutely incredible last year. And Jalen Hurts looked frustrated, man. It was probably the most frustrated we've seen him in a while. And that's what they were throwing so much at him too.
That offense, or that defense is legit.
I think that defense is gonna be.
The offense is not looking great.
The offense was fine, man.
Zeke, why did they sign Zeke?
Besides the first quarter, the offense was fine.
The first quarter was solid, but
the Patriots
our
outplayed
run game
the Eagles.
Wasn't good.
Yeah, that's true. But also we were missing two of our interior linemen, our two starters.
That would do it, yeah.
Which is also it was not a game the Patriots were meant to win. But
I'm just kind of low on Zeke because I think we shouldn't have signed him because he's not good anymore.
He does a few things really well. He's really good at pass protection,
like play center,
and he's really good at grinding out 3 yards. He's really good at that. That's about it. So they just couldn't get any push up front in the run game. That's kind of what because they had they were missing two of their starting guards. So, but yeah, the deep point is the defense. Obviously it's an overreaction. I don't actually think they're going to finish as the best defense in the NFL, but that defense looked even better than I expected. I thought they were going to be a really good defense, but they looked elite. They looked like Super Bowl caliber. Is what I guess my real overreaction is, that they're Super Bowl caliber defense.
Yeah.
So
my overreaction is the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, just because there's not many times you're going to get 9 sacks. I think it was 9 sacks. Let me look at the stats.
I thought it was 6 or 7, but I believe it.
Yeah, they had an interception, a fumble recovery, 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, 7 sacks, 1 block, and 2 touchdowns.
Jesus. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, they had an unbelievable. That defense.
Let's put it this way: they had 6 more sacks than Drake London had targets last week.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
So, I watched that live, and it was just a beatdown.
It was a shellacking.
It was the most embarrassing display of football I've ever seen.
One of the biggest beatings I think I've ever witnessed live. Just pathetic.
It was just brutal. Just because Daniel Jones just kept going down.
He had no time. It was unbelievable.
My lord.
It's hard to even evaluate.
It was amazing.
It's hard to even evaluate the Giants' offense after a game like that because it's just what do you even do?
What can they do?
It was also just a really tough matchup for the Giants. It was just bad O-line, great pass rush.
Yeah, that was a bad prediction by me last week.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I almost switched the Giants last second, but I was like, no.
I had a gut feeling, but that Dallas defense is looking
ferocious,
top in the league.
They could be.
It looks to me like the best defense in the league right now.
The 49ers defense, I think the 3 best defenses in the NFL. We're talking about week 1. 3 best defenses in the NFL were the Niners, Cowboys, and Patriots. And Cleveland. Cleveland deserves credit.
Well, that was more Josh Allen for the Jets. So
Jets defense did play really well too. Those are, I think, the 5 I just named.
That was more Josh Allen self-destructive. I don't think the Jets won that game as much as the Bills lost.
That's a fair take, but I do think that the Jets defense did play well.
It's a good defense, but it's not an elite defense.
I think it could be. I think it could be it. I think the top 5 just after 1 week, 1 week of course, top 5 defenses looked like the Niners, Cowboys, Patriots, Browns, Jets, just after 1 week.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I think if I want to take an overreaction that's not a homer overreaction, as in like the Patriots, I think that would have to be... Oh, I had it. Oh, no, I definitely had it. I just... Shit, wait. Let me... Oh, Bears are going to get the number 1 overall pick again. That's what it was. Bears.
I've heard that take from a few different people.
It's an overreaction, again, but the Bears might actually finish the number 1 overall pick again. And then they get in a situation where, what do they do? So, that team looked pretty rough. Let's just put it that way. So,
It was not good.
It was not good. But I've yet to watch the QB School. QB School put out an hour-long video on it, on the Bears offense.
I don't watch QB School, man. It's too much.
It's not the best channel on YouTube.
It's very, very grindy.
I think the best football channel on YouTube is definitely that for TFG.
Thinking football. Oh, TFG. You're right.
TFG is I think the best by far because he combines very digestible content with very high level analysis.
Yes.
But also very in depth analysis. Yeah, I think that I'm just
TFG's just the go. I'm a big TFG fan.
Brett Coleman is the best if you want if you're going for the most in depth.
Oh, I hate him though.
Why?
Just because he just annoys me.
Why?
I think he's good at his job.
He's a nice guy.
But
have you seen him on Twitter?
Just when I see him and listen to him speak, he just sounds to me like he sits in a basement all day and browses Reddit.
Do you know he does? No, he sits in his basement all day watching tape. That's what he does all day.
Yeah, he's a troglodyte.
Dude, no, he's awesome. I love him so much.
I am not a fan, but
he's one of the he's also probably one of the nicest guys he's one of the nicest guys in the industry too for that on the platform at least. Raiders wide receiver Devontae Adams did not practice today due to a foot injury, while Jacoby Myers remains in concussion protocol, and Jimmy Garoppolo was limited with an ankle injury.
Yo, who's he throwing to? If he's
Aiden,
throwing next week.
Aiden O'Connell will be throwing to Hunter Renfrow.
Holy.
So, all right, let's get into the predictions now.
Hey, how about Rashid Shaheed, though?
Let's get into the predictions.
Okay.
Thursday night, Minnesota at Philly.
This one feels like a pretty easy Philly pick.
Yeah, and I'm low-key... I'm kind of thinking about just locking this one. Because, maybe Minnesota might not be, a terrible team, necessarily. But
the Eagles are the Eagles.
I think the Eagles just match up against... I think the Vikings... This is just not a game the Vikings are made to win, is the way I put it. They're starting...
Yeah.
Their interior... Their O-line in general got kind of shellacked last week by the Bucks. The Bucks, too. Which is nowhere near as good of a pass rush and D-line... as stout of a D-line as the Eagles. And Jalen Carter already looks like a monster after 1 week. So, Jalen Carter's going to be lining up against fucking Ed Ingram, who is not good.
Not quite Jalen Carter level.
So, I just feel like I'm tempted... this might be my only lock of the week, but I think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to lock... I just don't... I think this is Basically, I think this is the Eagles' game to lose. If they lose, it's... I don't know.
Bad.
I don't see
Jalen
how
Hurts' season is over if he loses this one.
I don't see a possible world where they lose this game. They just match up
unless
too damn
they pull
well.
a Jets, unless they pull an Aaron Rodgers.
Unless Jalen Hurts gets injured, but I just don't see a way that they lose this game. Is what it comes down to, because they just match up too well. Oh, Zach.
Oh,
I'm the king of football.
Oh, you showed up way quicker than we thought you would.
How long?
We actually just
like a half hour.
Yeah, we recorded.
I was making poverty Tony C's Mac.
Oh,
was it bad?
No, it was pretty good.
Was it quite as good though?
I think my chicken's low-key better than theirs.
Okay.
But
so anyways,
we were working with
Kraft,
so.
What are you thinking? Minnesota at Philly.
Oh wait, let me open the cheek spread.
Yeah.
Minnesota, Philly. Gotta go Philly. I'm not gonna
lock
it. I'm going Philly. I'm not gonna lock it just because they looked kind of bad. Like the offense looked really kind of bad
Well,
against the Patriots.
Against
The Patriots
a
is a great
top
defense, but
Well,
defense.
well, that's what I was talking because we already did our overreaction. Also, my overreaction is the Patriots have the best defense in the NFL. Was my overreaction.
the Patriots looked amazing.
That's even yeah. I mean, and I think my line. I wish you joined just as I was explaining my line of thinking for locking this game, and that is that the Vikings just match up terribly against this team. That's pretty much it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, in addition, like the Vikings losing to the Bucks,
Yeah.
certainly paints a picture for this game. But
yeah,
I'm gonna say Philly. I don't want to lock it.
yeah. I think this is just. I think Philly's just gonna win this game.
I-
I don't think it'll be like a blowout, but I think Philly will win this game like maybe like 30-20. You know, it'll be like
I
it'll
don't
be pretty.
want to lock this one either. It's just, how could they lose this one?
That's kind of my thought. Like, it's my
Like, how
most.
is it
Last
possible?
word.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I just feel like this is a pretty safe game to take a look at and be like, yeah, they're going to win this one. So, next we got Green Bay at Atlanta, which has the closest spread of all the games on the slate.
That's gonna be
1.5.
good. I feel like that's gonna be like a game that you think is gonna be good, but it's literally just like Arthur
17
Smith
to
runs the
13.
ball
It's only two
forever.
mid-teams,
Jordan
yeah.
Love has
It's like 17 to 13.
maybe like 170 passing yards, one passing touchdown, maybe a pick, and then
Yeah.
like maybe one rushing touchdown for Aaron Jones if he's healthy. I think it's gonna be like 17-14.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Tyler
17-14
Algier is gonna get like all the touchdowns
Atlanta.
that Bijan should have.
Well, I'm gonna start both of them. You know what?
I don't
I'm gonna
blame you
start
at
both
all.
of them.
No,
I
look,
think
yeah,
it's a
look,
great call.
because I think Bijan's gonna get all the yards and Tyler G's gonna get the touchdowns.
Right? Like someone's
honestly,
scoring here. Okay,
Starting,
somebody's scoring.
yeah, I also think starting both of them is a pretty good play. Like,
Yeah,
They're both
I
gonna
only
get
have to
volume.
make one bet, and my
it's
one
the
bet
entire
is that Atlanta
Falcons
wins.
offense.
yeah. I mean, this one was really tough. I do think this is the toughest game of the week to predict, and I'm very slightly giving it to Atlanta. And I think what it comes down to for me is that Green Bay, I don't like Green Bay's defensive coaching at all, and they're just so squishy. Last year, at least, it's hard to tell against the Bears, who didn't run the ball all that well against them. But Atlanta's bread and butter is the ground game, obviously, and the ground game looked great last week. So where I'm at is I'm kind of just thinking, I feel like they're just gonna be able to keep the ball away from the Packers offense, and neutralize the big strength of the Packers, which is their pass rush, by just running the ball and taking advantage of the squishy run defense, the Joe Barry run defense. So very, very nearly I'm giving this one to Atlanta, but if Green Bay gets ahead and Atlanta has to start passing, I think it's over for Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
That's kinda
Okay,
where
that
I'm
was a lot more in depth than my take on this one.
Okay.
But like, to me, I just like the way I'm seeing it is like, okay, Jordan Love had a pretty solid game last
Yeah,
week.
pretty
He played
good, yeah.
very well without his top guys, mind you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they might still be out, but I think he played just a solid game. And Atlanta had a kind of close game against a team that's not great. Realistically, the Panthers could have won that game.
It was the interceptions were the game changer, really. Were what?
And Jordan
Yeah.
Love, I don't think is going to be making many interceptions.
Well,
So in my mind, it's just I think Green Bay just has more versatility in this matchup. They can do more
on
than Atlanta.
offense, sure, yeah. I do think Green Bay is the better roster. I will say that. But where I'm at, another matchup that I didn't mention was that Atlanta's secondary looked pretty good. I mean, the defense,
Yeah.
Atlanta's defense actually played a lot better than I expected. I mean, Jesse Bates looked fantastic. Obviously, secondary looked pretty good, and you're going into a game with not a lot of weaponry, with both their starting receivers questionable and might not play this week. I mean, Romeo Dobbs will probably play because he played last week. Christian Watson, if Christian Watson's back, that's game changing.
That
I think that's
changes it, yes.
I think that's completely game changing for the Falcons, but for the Packers, I still would probably lean Falcons. But my point is that I think that the Falcons secondary matches up pretty well against the Packers. Although, there's a lot of just interesting matchups in this game. Because another thing I thought of is the already putrid Falcons D line going up against a stout Green Bay offensive line. So that's another matchup to watch.
I think Aaron Jones is gonna eat.
Aaron Jones is probably going to eat, yeah. I don't know. This is a really tough game to predict. Like I said, I think I lean Atlanta because I think some of the deficiencies on defense I mentioned for Atlanta, I think will be neutralized because Atlanta will be able to just grind the ball, grind the ground game, and I think they're going to edge out a really close game. Like they're going to edge out a win like 19-14 or something like that. Like it's going to be a little ugly, but I think they're going to very nearly pull it off. But this is one of those games I might switch like right before the game starts. So I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm picking Atlanta because I'm hopeful, but I'm kind of feeling Green Bay the more I think about it. I might actually change right now.
I would like Atlanta to win this. Let's put it that way. I would like Atlanta to win.
I
kinda
think
want
Don't
Jordan
see it working
Love.
out for him on paper.
I think Jordan Love will struggle a bit, but I think it's going to be a close game, and I think Aaron Jones is just going to
It'll be a close game.
I think it's going to be, yeah. I kind of want Green Bay to win. I kind of want Green Bay to win for my agenda because my agenda is that the Packers are actually really good this year. So,
Okay.
if we're talking about agenda pushing, I'm low key rooting for the Packers, but that's just on the down low.
Okay, I have a kind of weird take here that's not related to football, but it's just like, I just don't like Aaron Jones.
Why? Like what? That is just a weird take.
I don't know
like,
anything about him.
That's just a
I
weird
just know
take.
he's a Packer who's kind of inconsistent in fantasy, and I just don't like him because of it. And I'm not sure why.
Wait, what? What is your take?
He just doesn't
I
like
just
Aaron
don't
Jones.
like Aaron Jones. And I'm
Like
not
he has
sure
no
why.
real reason to.
What's
He
wrong
just
with you?
doesn't.
Aaron Jones is like a
Pretty
great
good.
player who's just consistent in all facets.
I don't know. I
No,
don't
but
know
he's
what to
not.
say.
He's inconsistent in fantasy. That's what he said. Which I guess is
Okay,
kind of
because
That's
of
all the
purely,
information I have
purely
now.
because
Let's be
he's in
clear.
the
Let's be clear.
backfield
This
where
is
he
not
doesn't
like
get
a
all the
good
red zone.
take by any means, but I just felt I had to like share that. To like,
That's just a weird take. Like I don't even like. I don't really have a comment on it. Like
It's just
okay,
consistently a
Aaron
great
Jones is
running
like the
back.
Thursday of running backs. You know, he's like October.
no, I love October. What, dude?
It's not. I'm not saying like October is the worst, but it's just like he's just like kind of a who cares back. It's just like
What is
really,
wrong
it's
with
like,
you?
really.
That's okay. Like this is just so. I don't know what you want me to say. That's just a weird
Top
take.
15
Like,
back in the league. Who cares? Like what? Okay.
if we're talking about like a who cares back, it's probably like David
DeAndre
Montgomery.
AJ Dillon.
I was actually gonna say AJ Dillon or David Montgomery is what I was gonna say. Like, who cares? Like I don't know. They're-
That's who cares. People
Yeah.
would pay money for. People would pay some money for Aaron Jones.
He got a. He's. This is stupid.
Yeah,
This is
I
a
think
stupid
he's
conversation.
like does his job pretty well.
It's a dumb conversation. Let's
Yes.
move on.
Next game.
Let's just go.
Las Vegas at Buffalo.
If they don't win this, there's frauds. I'm
Yeah,
picking
they're
them
cooked.
because they
It
have to win this game. Because if
They
they,
have.
don't
It's
win
a
this
9.5
game, they're
spread.
losing out.
They're favored by 9.5. So like they better win this game.
Like
They
Buffalo should win so hard, but like
Loki
in the
honestly,
back of my mind, I have a kind of like nagging bad feeling about this. Like
Low-key,
I know
I
I
I
think-
don't see a single way that Vegas wins this. Honestly,
Also,
right now.
especially I read this tweet as when we first started recording. Devontae Parker didn't. Not Parker. Devontae Adams didn't practice today. Jacoby Myers is still in concussion protocol, and Jimmy Garoppolo was limited. So we might get
literally, if
Aiden,
they don't win,
we might
I
get
swear.
Aiden O'Connell throwing to Hunter Renfrow.
Renfro.
Yes,
That's crazy.
Here's how I stand on it. Like Buffalo is supposed to be really good. Last week was just not a good team.
they self-destruct.
And Las Vegas kind of overperformed last week, I think. Like, they had...
Actually, I think they
shocking-
played about. I was thinking they played about as. Actually, their offense
I
was a little bit
think-
better than I thought.
The offense
keyboard
was
to
a
shut
lot
up,
better than I
so.
thought. And
Yeah.
just, like, in my mind,
Defense was about.
although I still think Buffalo should win, it just... Something feels off. It's just a gut feeling.
No, I
What
kind
feels
of get what
off
you're
is
saying.
that Josh Allen's coming off of a game where he threw 3 picks and 5.
Honestly, I think
exactly
Josh Allen
what
was
it
just
is.
messing around. I think Josh Allen was just kind of messing around.
I think he's just throwing us for a loop. He said,
I think he was just
knock,
feeling a
knock,
little
who's
goofy.
there,
Honestly, I think he
check
just
it.
felt a
The
little
Raiders
goofy.
just wanted to get something going early.
I really think he just felt a little goofy. I also think he might have felt a little bad because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's
that
fine.
is-
Yeah, he threw the game because he felt that.
Yeah, that's
It's
actually.
scripted.
I think we'll talk about the Aaron Rodgers thing when we get to the Jets game. But man, that is just so sad.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Buffalo, but I kind of get what you guys are saying.
Just know
Like,
there's something...
there is
that's
no
like a
reason that
little-
Las Vegas should win this game. Let's put it that way.
Just in the
But
back of my mind, something's
Unless
something.
Aiden O'Connell
not
is the
sitting
best
right.
player of all time.
Hey,
Okay,
Dark
he's
Horse.
the best player of all
O'Connell,
time,
he's
then, like-
not bad. He's
Dark
not
Horse
bad.
O'Roy for a reason, guys. Okay.
Okay, calm down.
Dark Horse O'Roy, okay? If Jimmy Garoppolo's already... I can't believe he's already injured, but, he's already injured, out for the season. Aiden O'Connell steps in. Dark Horse O'Roy, okay? You
need to chill.
Guys. He's gonna get it, okay? All right. Baltimore at Cincinnati.
Okay, I'm starting this one off.
Go ahead, man.
Because I'm going Baltimore, even though it feels wrong.
Because you want it to be true, so Lamar scores you points.
I mean, I'm not going to say that
think
hasn't had any factor in my decision, but since he's coming off a just atrocious game, which granted was weather and against a good defense,
and also Week 1 Bengals shenanigans.
I mean, Cincinnati took a while to get out of the hole last year as well.
Yeah, but that was
I think they will get up to steam, and this is probably the biggest reach I have this week. But again, it's just kind of a gut feeling. Baltimore had a really good run attack going last week.
This is a tough game
and their
to predict.
defense looked very formidable.
This is a tough game to predict. Baltimore's
It's going to go either way.
Baltimore was getting after C.J. Stroud last week. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
So, Bengals O-line was getting, smothered by the Browns pass rush. Although I think
the Browns pass rush is different than Baltimore's.
Browns pass rush I think isn't one of the best in the league, but Baltimore's pass rush could give Burrow some fits. We don't really know. This is a really tough game to predict too, and I'm not gonna act like I'm picking Cincy because I think it's more of a I think they bounce back, less of a I just think they bounce back, and I think I think we're like, okay, Joe Burrow, he's good. We're gonna have one of those. Also, Marcus Williams is out too, which is a pretty big loss for the Ravens. Marlon Humphrey, no, I think he's fine actually. Because that was last week.
They have to bounce back.
Yeah, I kind of think they're gonna bounce back. Is what it comes down to.
I think we all agree they'll bounce back. I just think it'll take a little bit longer. I think they're just off to another slow start.
I do not think so.
I don't think so, but I mean, I don't think that's a
there's no real way to quantify it. We don't know.
I mean, if you're looking at the Ravens injury report, it's not great.
It's just J.K. Dobbins was the only one.
No. Marlon Humphrey didn't participate today.
Oh.
Tyler Linderbaum, their starting center, didn't participate. Ronnie Stanley was already injured too. Marcus Williams
is the GOAT.
Marcus Williams is out for a couple weeks, I think. But okay, the thing is, some of these guys might. And I think Marlon Humphrey. Did Marlon Humphrey play last week? I'm
not gonna lie, the entire health facility on the Ravens needs to get fired. Probably. Because I feel like this happens
awful.
Every single year.
Yeah, no, it's unreal.
They get injured so bad.
It's got to be an internal problem at this point, considering how consistent it is.
It's like every year, every single good starter's injured.
I mean, it's just It's the J.K. Dobbins effect.
No,
man.
Marlon Humphrey didn't play.
What does that even mean? Genuinely, what does that?
No, this has been happening since before. Has it? I actually don't know if it has. No, actually, he might be onto something.
Actually, wait, did they?
No, I think it's the Ronnie Stanley effect, because I think Ronnie Stanley was the first one that really went down.
Ronnie Stanley. he played one game in 3 years.
Yeah, he played 10 snaps before he got injured this year.
Huh.
This week.
Wait, he played this year?
He played this week, yeah.
No, he didn't. Wait, what team is he on?
The Ravens.
Ronnie Stanley's not on the Ravens. There's no way.
Yeah, what?
Wasn't he a free agent?
No.
No.
Oh, he actually played he played a lot more snaps last year than I thought. He played 54. He played a 602.
Wait, so he's injured again? He's injured already.
He's already injured again. Yeah.
This dude needs to retire.
He's good when he plays. He just can't stay healthy. He's like
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of.
Let's put J.K. Dobbins is so good. He's a great
he's solid. He's solid.
He's pretty good. Great is definitely a stretch. He's pretty good.
He is good for that offense.
He's a running. He's an RB1 in most systems.
No, he's not. Maybe the bottom 10 teams he could be.
He's a low end running back one.
I'd say he's
not an amazing player, but he's very efficient because of that running scheme.
He's extremely efficient.
He's perfect for that scheme.
Yeah,
and
he gets it done. I think. If Gus Edwards is,
J.K. Dobbins is a
Gus
good running
Edwards
back.
is not
I
bad, but if
think.
Gus Edwards, if everyone in that backfield is averaging over 5 yards of carry, it's not because they're all insanely good.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but we're Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm gonna lean Cincinnati because I think they bounce back, but I do think Baltimore is not. It's not like a. Baltimore has a good shot this week, I do think. So, Seattle, Detroit. I like Seattle, and I think they are gonna eventually. I think they're gonna get into a groove offensively, just not this week. And what it comes down to is, again, there's a big matchup that I'm keying in on this week, and that is Seattle's front four is not very good, and Detroit's O-line is really good, and that's the main thing where I'm at. That's kind of my biggest basis of picking Detroit here. So that's about it. I don't got much else to say besides that.
For me, Seattle looked bad against the Rams.
Yeah,
and I'm wondering if Geno Smith is kind of a fraud.
I'm not.
Like, I would love it if he ended up good and it was just a blip. I would love that. But like we only got 8 games of good play from Geno in his career. Like we've not gotten a ton out of him. Like it's very possible he just overperformed for 8 games and he's fallen back to earth.
I mean, I don't think it's not some magical effect where he was like good for 1 season and now he won't be good again. Like I think he'll be fine.
It's possible.
I think what happened is that the Aaron Donald just destroyed their O-line.
Have you seen?
Oh my god! No, Seattle's O-line just isn't very good, and the Rams still have Aaron Donald.
I think Aiden Hutchinson's going to absolutely eat this O-line alive.
Are both going to be busts. Actually, Icky might be okay.
Evan Neal's like 3 bad. Icky's.
Icky was
fine.
Really bad year 1.
No, he was fine. He played really well year 1.
No, he was not good.
Yeah, Evan Neal.
Okay, let me tell you how this Detroit match is going to go. Let me tell you how this match is.
At least in the first half of the year, when I was watching more Panthers, he looked really bad.
He played pretty well last year. Like as the year went on, he played pretty well. Like
maybe,
not perfect,
maybe down the stretch.
But he was a rookie tackle, and he played pretty well.
Evan Neal was also terrible, though.
Evan Neal was terrible, yeah, but Icky was all right.
I thought he was going to pull an Andrew Thomas this year.
Yeah, I did too.
It didn't happen.
I will say, I think Detroit is already getting just so overrated just after that one game.
I think they're top 12 max. Like
I would say
they're around the 12 to 14.
Listen, if Kadarius Toney even catches one of those, like
then it's different.
Then the Chiefs win. Like even if Kadarius Toney catches like any of those passes he dropped, the Chiefs probably win. And let's be real. If Travis Kelce or Chris Jones play, the Chiefs win. Like fluky game. It was a fluky game, I think, for the Chiefs. Sure, the Lions, great effort.
I feel like that game was less about. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that game was less like, the Lions won, so they're good, but more like they were in the game with the Chiefs, and even though the Chiefs weren't good, they weren't getting blown out, so they're somewhat legit. You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say, yeah. They had a great effort, and the fact that they held on and they won is impressive. But you have to think about it, again, relative. You gotta be a little nuanced with this one. You gotta realize that if Kadarius Toney catches any of those, they probably win. The Chiefs probably win. So
I hate Kadarius Toney.
It was a fluke. My point is, Detroit though. I think they're a good team, and the pass rush looked pretty good. So pass rush looked pretty decent, and the run game I think will be pretty good. They're a good team. I just think that again, it's a matter of just pump the brakes a little bit. Like they played well, but
with Devon Witherspoon last week.
They're good, not mind.
He didn't play. Devon Witherspoon didn't play. Yeah. So
what happened?
Injured.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's it.
Was he playing in preseason?
Good question. Probably.
I just haven't paid attention to the Seahawks yet.
Yeah, I haven't really heard about Devon Witherspoon in a really long time.
Probably a bust.
I think Seattle. Dude, what are you saying?
I'm just kidding. Relax.
Okay. I think Seattle if Seattle can. If their passing offense can, because I think there is a chance that they can get into an offensive rhythm with their passing offense. because the lines, the corners still aren't great. But I do think that in general, if you look at the O-line versus D-line matchup, I'm taking Detroit all day in both sides. So I think Detroit just has the general advantage here.
I just think they're better.
I think they're a better team too, but I think that people are counting the Seahawks out way too early as well.
No, I think the Seahawks are going to be like a...
I still like that team.
Maybe like a 9-8, like 10-17 at best.
I still like.
I think they're going to have a losing record this year, but like
I wouldn't be surprised, but I think
That might
they'll
be an
around,
overreaction.
They have a tough schedule. They have a really tough schedule, actually.
Yeah.
I think they have the talent to be a really good team this year. I like them a lot, but
I mean, they should have... Wait, what's the division? So they're playing... Oh, it's rough division besides Cardinals. At least with the Rams back. So that's at least four losses or something, so...
they'll probably get swept by the 49ers, but split against the other two teams in the division.
Yeah.
regardless, as it goes, Detroit's just going to win this game on the O-line and the D-line.
That's pretty much my take, yeah. So, Chargers at Titans. Both these teams suck.
This one is...
Not really, but...
This one could be closer than we think.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, honestly, if Ryan Tannehill shows up, I think the Titans win this game, straight up. If Ryan Tannehill
There
plays
is no
like,
Tannehill to show up.
What I mean is if Ryan Tannehill plays like Ryan Tannehill and not whatever we saw last week, then I think the Titans win, is where I'm at. But
Okay, what's the last thing that, last time the Tannehill has, been good?
good,
You know what I
probably
mean?
2 years ago. But last year was kind of
it's
a
been
train
a
wreck for the
while,
whole
dude.
team. Last year was kind of a train wreck for the whole team. No, I'm pretty out on Tannehill at this point too. But even if he just plays okay, Chargers defense, man, that was awful performance.
What
Historically
happened
bad.
to them?
They're just not good.
Do they not have anyone?
They're the most expensive defense in the NFL, and yet they suck. That is a real stat too. They have, I think it's the most money put into that defense. J.C. Jackson is actually terrible. I thought it was
so bad.
I thought it was a fluke last year. No, he actually just sucked. Belichick is an actual.
We
Belichick
swindled them,
We actually did.
Wait, what did we trade?
and he was he was a system corner.
We didn't trade him. We just let him go.
We just let him
didn't
go?
sign him.
Great
Yeah.
call.
I mean, Jesus Christ, he's awful.
He's
But-
actually a liability.
Yeah, he was terrible. He lost him
He's
single-handedly.
so
Lost in that
bad.
game. Yeah, I mean, and that D-line, man, they just can't have a good. Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack also just didn't get a lot of they didn't get a lot of pressure, which they were playing against Kendall Lamb and Austin Jackson.
Ooh.
So, yeah, this defense is not looking too good after that game. Now, maybe they bounce back, of course. You never know. It was only 1 week. But that's another good overreaction that the Chargers have the worst defense in the NFL. That's another... they were
are so
atrocious. And that run defense, man, is still brutal. If you look at the interior, that run defense is still brutal. And Derrick Henry on the other side. I'm low-key talking myself into a Titans upset this week. But I'm gonna stick with I don't think I have the guts to predict it. I don't think I have the stomach or the boldness to actually put it on paper. But
I mean,
I
yeah,
kind
on
of-
one side,
I
on
think
one
the
side,
Titans low-key pulled this
there's
one out.
Derrick
but-
Henry and the Ryan Tannehill question mark.
Yeah, and Titans defense.
And on the other
man.
hand, there's just Justin Herbert and that damn good offense.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the offense. Don't get me
The
wrong.
offense was excellent.
Chargers offense was on fire, but I really believe in the Titans defense. I think they're really good. I think they're going to be. I think they're a really
They're a
stout
good
defense.
defensive team.
They
So
are a great defense.
I don't know, man. I don't have. Like I said, I don't have the courage to actually put it on paper, but I kind of think Tennessee wins this week. That's all I'm going to say. I think they shock the world this week, and Chargers fall to 0-2. But I don't think I have the. I'm going to stick Chargers because they should win this game, and they're definitely they should win this game. And if they don't, I'm really worried about the Chargers if they don't.
I'm gonna refute something. I
The
don't.
Chargers
I
are
don't
a cursed
think.
franchise.
I think the Titans just aren't that good. Because let's be clear, they lost to the Saints last week.
Yeah,
let that. Just
I
let
don't,
that.
I don't think either of those teams are
I
very
mean-
good though. So
the Chargers are better than the Saints.
yes, definitely. But
That's just a fact.
I think the Titans win that game. Okay. Also, here. Let me. I have another refute. The Titans should have won that game. They got completely screwed over by the refs. That strip sack that should have been a touchdown that they called.
Okay, but even then, if they're around the same
that call-
as
if that call
New
goes in the
Orleans.
direction of the Titans, they win by a touchdown, and they win. So
Either way, it's
I don't
just
know,
like
man.
the Chargers are in a tier just above both of them.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna go with the better team on this one.
It's another matter of honestly, what it comes down to is it's a gut feeling.
Not sitting right.
It just doesn't sit right with me. This is one of those games where it just doesn't really sit with me. I don't know. Like I just don't. I said it before. I think I remember I said it before the year too. I was like, I just don't have a good feeling about the Chargers. Like they should be good. I think a lot of us were saying that. Like I'm not going to say that.
They've done this every single year. They should be a playoff team.
They should be a playoff team, but they're
every
just
single
not.
year.
I was
Brandon
saying this.
Staley,
They're
man.
like the Jets. They just like
Brandon
manage
Staley,
to
man.
mess
They
things
just-
up every
Brandon
time.
Staley should have gotten fired. Like
They need a real
year or two
coach.
ago.
They need a real coach.
He's so.
It's just I want to believe in them because they have
Is he
Justin
the
Herbert. They
worst?
have talent on offense. They just can't get it done.
Is
So,
he the worst head coach in the league?
No,
Probably
I don't think
not.
you can say that. I don't
But
think you
he
can
is
say that.
dang bad.
He's pretty bad. I don't know. Like you have Brandon Staley's a defensive-minded head coach. You put all this money into the defense, and they still suck. It's just
So bad.
I honestly,
It's tragic.
do you know what they should do? This might seem a little like maybe seem a little crazy, but honestly, fire Brandon Staley and promote Kelmore to head coach at the end of the year.
Really?
Like honestly, like why not? Like you get to keep Kelmore again. That I think it depends on how
pretty good.
it depends on what the,
I mean,
okay. It depends on how the
if
year
this
goes.
offense keeps up, yeah. Like
Yeah,
he,
like
I just want to make sure that the play calling is him.
yeah.
That's-
No, I mean if Kellen Moore, it depends on how this year goes, of course. But if Kellen Moore shows that he's him, get rid of Brandon Staley and promote Kellen Moore. Honestly, like just
Yeah.
and get
Yeah, I
a
like
get a
Kellen
defense
Moore.
coach. So
I must say, I love the conversationing we're doing here, but we're going awfully slow today, so we might want to pick up the pace a smidge.
we are going slow today. Yeah. I think
Maybe
some of
I
these
just
games though.
like taking my time.
Yeah. I think this game has a lot. This week has a lot of fun matchups. So
It's a good week. I think.
yeah.
All
All right, we'll go on to Chicago, Tampa Bay then. Tampa, I don't have a lot to say about this game because they're both not very two teams. I don't
It's
really
just going to be
think
a terrible game.
I don't think it's going to be a very good game. I'm going Tampa because defense actually looked
They
pretty good
actually
last
won
week.
last week.
Tampa Bay looked pretty good. Tampa Bay's defense actually looked pretty good, and Chicago's offense looked
Just
awful.
abysmal.
I had to watch that QB school video. It's an hour long, but I got to watch it because I want to see if it's Justin Fields or coaching. From what I understand, it's actually both. But yeah, I mean, I just think Tampa Bay is still a well coached defense. They still got talent on defense. It's gonna be an ugly game. It's gonna be one of those It's gonna be one of those ugly like 13-10 games. I'm gonna lean Tampa Bay though. That is basically where I'm at.
I think
Yes.
Baker has dog.
Baker's so
But
much
I
fun.
know he's going to do
He's-
this thing where
he's
he's going to be
gonna
good last
disappoint.
week and he's going to be terrible this week.
Oh, he's gonna be awful.
I
this
know
week.
he will.
And he's
But
gonna throw like
Justin
30
Fields
picks
is just. There's,
He's so
there's no
bad.
predicting this one. Let's be clear. Both these quarterbacks are so bipolar. Doesn't even matter.
both these offenses are just very unpredictable.
You can
I'm
flip a
really
coin
disheartened
and have
to
better
see that
odds of
Justin
picking it.
Fields has taken basically no steps forward with this passing.
There's one game. I mean,
I think he'll improve over this season, but
Okay, that's one of those things where,
expect
like,
a little bit. More.
here's the thing. I said this before we started. Like the Justin Fields narrative is so frustrating to me
It's
because
so
it-
annoying.
it's so frustrating because it started with everyone was like MVP candidate, top 10 quarterback. I was like, okay, man, like come on, slow
Now
down.
everyone hates
But
him.
now it's like now everyone and like it's just okay. Like,
Like,
can we just
you to
have
mind, dude.
like a nuanced opinion on Justin Fields? Can we just have can we just take it a little like slower? Like, come on, like he's still young. He still has
He
obvious
can be good right
deficiencies.
now. He's not.
Yeah.
He's a good runner. He needs to get the passing good. I feel like everyone knows that, and they're just like saying things.
yeah. For
We're just saying things to say things.
All right, Kansas City, Jacksonville. This is the game of the week right here. I don't have much else to say besides I got a gut feeling that Jacksonville wins it. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
It was just nice.
I don't
though.
have a gut feeling, but after seeing that T-Law to Ridley connection, where T-Law he was dropping dime after dime.
Yeah.
Let's be clear,
Oh,
that
no,
was
Calvin
one of the
Ridley
most
is the best
accurate passing
receiver in
performances
the
that I've
NFL.
ever seen. It
Yeah, I
was
mean,
an electric performance.
Kansas City's the better team. They probably should win this. They probably should have bounced back. But
But
I
Jacksonville's got something special going on.
for me, it's just a total gut feel. I just feel like Jacksonville's got a statement. I think it's gonna be a statement game for Jacksonville, and it's gonna be like we're here. Like,
I think the scriptwriters also love Kansas City going 0-2.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. I have a hard time believing Kansas City starts 0-2. I will say that, but I mean,
It would be a stretch. But
I'm just gonna go Jacksonville. Very easily could be wrong,
Yeah.
obviously, but
I'm going Jacksonville because Calvin Ridley was the first random player I decided to be obsessed with, and I will continue to be obsessed with him. Top 5 route
So
runner
valid.
in the league.
that's actually so valid.
GOAT player.
All right,
Love him. Look, you saw what he did with Julio on the team. Now there's no Julio. He gets to be the alpha. He's gonna
That's
do
Yo,
it.
true.
Zach, are you playing Minecraft?
yeah, I was gonna say, are you playing Minecraft?
Yeah, I'm having so much fun right now.
Nice.
Just know you're doing Minecraft.
Dude,
Let's move on. Let's go to the next
always.
game. Indianapolis at Houston. This is another pretty weird game to predict because just
Okay,
two-
but AR-15 was
He played really
solid last
he played
week.
really
He was
well.
playing a great game.
He's
I
pretty
think
good.
he played really
yeah.
well. Actually, I don't know. I'm so
Considering, granted,
This
it was
game is
against
so exciting.
Houston, so we have to keep that in mind.
it was against Jacksonville.
Yeah, I just hope he's not limited
Really,
from the
I think he's fine. The injury.
little injury. I think, yes.
I think it sounds like he's fine. Yeah, it's
Good to
pretty
hear.
damn good. I mean, they put up a good fight against Jacksonville, and where Houston struggled to really do a lot against Baltimore.
I really didn't expect him to be this ready out the gate, but he looked pretty solid.
I must say, I am very impressed.
I mean, they did
by
scheme.
him.
They did kind of scheme it like a little.
They did a really good.
piece
They did a really
for
good
him.
job scheming around him. I didn't watch it myself. I watched the video on it, but they did a really good job scheming around him.
Yeah, I mean, like when I went and I was watching the game, it was like everything to Michael Pittman was on the right side of the field.
Oh, did you see his heat chart?
It was like within like, yeah, it was when like everything was within like 5 yards. Like they're just scheming same side. Like they don't want him to throw cross body. They don't want him to throw past like 15 yards. But he was doing good.
I mean, hey, if
He
he
was doing good
works,
things.
who cares?
I mean, like I was on the train of people saying that he's more ready than people think, and he's not as raw as people think. But even I'm impressed by how well he's playing.
Yeah, like exactly. That's exactly what
I was on. Yeah, I'm. And CJ Stroud looked about
Pretty good.
honestly what I expected. Like
almost exactly what I expected.
like-
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just in structure he played pretty well. The second the play broke down, he was spastic and making bad decisions.
But
That's-
there were so many plays breaking down.
Oh yeah, no, the
my
offense
God, that
around him
line
was
is
really
so
brutal. Yes,
bad. I
but
thought
that's
those
kind
were
of
good. I don't know why I thought the receivers were going to do more than they did. But
it's just
the
I- like, that's what-
disappointing
I
receiving
think-
room, and it was they played
I think-
disappointing.
I think CJ Stroud's going to have a better week this week because he's probably going to get better protection, probably have more receivers open because of much worse secondary. So I think CJ Stroud will definitely play a little bit better. I think he's going to have a better week, but I'm interested to see how he looks. I'm really interested to watch this game as well because the two young quarterbacks, of course. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go Indy just because I think they're the overall better team, and I think Anthony Richardson has looked better than CJ Stroud. So another game though, like I can see it's going either way though. This is another. Yeah, it go either way.
I mean, just Houston is just not a good team, and we have to keep reminding ourselves of that.
Yeah, but I don't think
Like,
Indy's a very
I know
good
they
team.
got two top, 3 picks, but they're not good.
Yeah, they're not good, but
They're
like,
just
are
a
you gonna
bad
are you
team.
gonna tell me that Indy's a good team? I mean, like that's what I'm like.
Indy, I think they can be like a top 20 team. You know,
Serviceable, looking for an upgrade.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they are. So yeah.
like at their peak, they can be like, I think they could be a top 16 team this year. And that's
I think
like
they can go
it.
like 8 and 9 at best.
yeah, I think
I
their
think-
ceiling is like 8 wins.
I think we can expect probably 6 to 7 wins from this group.
I think I had them at 5-12, but no 6-11. I think I had them at 6-11. I don't remember though. But
Either
I
I'm
don't
gonna grab some water real quick, so
okay,
you're
start
all
with the next
entertained.
game.
Next game.
San Francisco at LA. San Francisco's the best.
It's
best team
it
in
looks like the
NFL.
best team in the league right
That's-
now.
they were on
Brock
fire.
Purdy's proving me a hater, which I don't like.
He's proving me wrong, and I don't like that.
Because I don't want to back down from this. He wasn't good last year. He was fine, but now he's good. Now that was like a pretty impressive. Ish.
Yeah.
That was better than anything he did last year.
I agreed. I completely agree.
So now I'll secede that he's pretty good.
He's a pretty good player, but
I think Trey Lance could have been better. Had he
I will-
not gone
yeah,
to
I will
the
die on the hill that-
49ers.
I mean, obviously, I'll die on that hill
Apparently.
that he could have been better, but it's he wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, for what he is, good guy, Brock Purdy. Solid team, very solid.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's gonna happen in this game is the Niners are gonna eat the Rams O-line.
They just the 49ers are very rarely do you see a team that has basically no huge needs, and this is really that. Like, they have a nearly perfect roster that you can get with salary cap thing. Like, you can't improve this team much.
Yeah,
it's pretty insane.
Yeah, the only thing that really you can improve is quarterback.
Yeah,
but I mean, LA. I'm gonna give LA credit where credit's due. I just forgot I kind of doubted. I forgot about Matt Stafford. I just kind of overlooked that.
Last year Matthew Stafford, it was yikes, and now he's.
I think last year might have been a historically unlucky season for the Rams. We might as well. We might have just been. I might have just been personally.
3 people got injured.
Yeah, a lot of the guys got injured. So I mean,
what? How long was he playing with the shoulder injury or something?
Yes, it was elbow, I think. But yeah, I mean, it was just might have just been perfect storm for the Rams last year. I don't know, but I think the Rams might. I think the Rams might taper. I don't think they're going to finish strong. They might start off pretty well, but I do think they're going to taper off though. So
they're a 9-win team. At
San Fran's just so good this year.
Yeah, obviously
they look.
They're
San Fran doesn't win at least 13 games. I'll be insane.
They're going to fall short in the playoffs because their quarterback play. But that's.
Don't say that, because now they're going to win the Super Bowl, and Brock Purdy's going to be hoisted up on a pedestal.
Oh my god, he's going to win Super Bowl MVP.
He's going to win Super Bowl MVP. He's going to probably win. He could win MVP.
He's going to win MVP and have an average depth of target of 4 yards.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Not what I want to see.
It's not what I don't. Yeah. But just going to go San Francisco. I'm not going to lock it because Sean McVay.
The Rams are just such a wild card right now.
Sean McVay. I'm not locking into Sean McVay.
Purdy also could fall off at any moment.
He won't, but he could. Listen, did you guys see Brandon Ayuk last week, though?
Right now.
You guys see Brandon Ayuk last week?
Was really good.
Yeah, he actually played really well. Outside, he got a lot of targets, and he played well.
I mean, he's been a great receiver.
I will say, Brock Purdy might benefit Ayuk more than Garoppolo ever did, because Brock Purdy might be more willing to take shots. Might have more balls than Garoppolo ever did.
I mean, Ayuk might actually everyone telling him he's the greatest QB in the league. I'm sure he'll be chucked.
Okay, say what you want about Brock Purdy, but that guy's got nerves of steel.
He's a dog.
He is
I just can't. It's just people.
No, okay. As much as his fans make me hate him, but he is a dog. That's kind of where I'm at.
It's the same thing with Bailey Zapp. We loved Bailey Zapp because he was the funniest person ever, and then everyone liked Bailey Zapp, and then we hated him. Because we can't be gassing up Bailey Zapp. He doesn't deserve it.
Exactly. It just gets to a point where I'm like, dude, if we gotta be reasonable. That's what it is. We have to be reasonable at some point.
Brock Purdy, he's awesome. I love Brock Purdy, but I hate the people who are saying he's the best player in the league.
Remember when people were saying Bailey Zapp was better than Mac, and then Bailey Zapp gets cut?
It's been replaced by Matt Corral.
He's on the practice squad, okay?
No, they re-signed him back to the 53.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, he's on the 53 now. Cause guess what? He's a backup. That's what he is. He's
he's a backup. Yeah. He's a serviceable backup, but he's a backup.
Yeah. All right. Giants at Arizona. No one wants to watch this game. I'm picking Giants.
Do we even need to discuss this one?
I don't want to talk about this game.
I don't want to discuss it.
The Giants were bad, but Arizona is bad.
They were low-key not that bad, though.
They played better. They
exceeded my expectations.
They played as good as they could.
They played. That's probably the best they're ever going to. They played.
They played to their potential.
If they played better than that, I will be very surprised.
I think the point of this season is to. I think this is what a good thing with this year is. You evaluate Jonathan Gannon and how hard they play for him. It's like when Dan Campbell first came into Detroit. That
I don't think they're going to play all that hard.
Well, sure, but I'm just saying that is the point of this year. You know what I mean? That's what you're really evaluating this year. Whether or not they do, I don't know. I'm not going to make an opinion on that.
It's like a good. Yeah, it's just a good test. See what's happening.
Point is, I don't want to talk about this game.
Through,
the Giants, I honestly, I kind of think that was a fluky game. I think they're still fine. They're a fine team. They're a decent team. Still great coaching.
It was rain against a great defense where Daniel Jones was just getting beat to a
smothered. Saquon, I think Saquon's gonna have a good game this week. Arizona has awful defense. I think Saquon will have a pretty good week.
The problem with the Giants was that they
Giants
couldn't
defense.
get Saquon into the passing game. That was one of their biggest flaws.
They couldn't move. They just couldn't.
They
move
couldn't
the ball.
move.
Yeah, they couldn't do anything.
And I think
Daniel Jones just didn't have time to throw, and that was the problem.
It's not like the Giants' defense played all that
goat.
awful. Honestly, like the Giants' defense didn't. Like they just.
I thought
kept...
you were about to say like it's not the Dallas defense being that good.
No, I was going to say the Giants' defense didn't play like.
They were just outmatched.
They just were. The issue was they had to be on the field the whole.
Wasn't even great. Like
they were on the field all the whole time.
It was just Murphy's Law for them.
The Cowboys' offense didn't blow up the stat sheet. Like Dak only had like 14 attempts or something. Like Tony Pollard had a good game, but they just had great field positioning. They were winning the field positioning battle all game. Point is, like the Giants' defense obviously didn't play great. Like
Dallas defense is electric.
I think the Giants' defense will still be able to fly around and make some plays on a pretty putrid Arizona offense.
It'll be fine this week.
So. Yeah, I mean, no one wants to watch
this. This is just a week where they need to reorient themselves. Okay,
they need to win this game pretty.
Cardinals.
They need to win this game pretty handily, like in order to be like, okay, we're okay. You know, like they need to be like, we're okay, and get back on track. So,
yeah, this is a reorientation game.
Exactly.
Next,
all right, Jets at Dallas.
Okay, this would have been another awesome matchup.
This would have been such a good game. If not
for the
Aaron
elephant
Rodgers, dude. Oh my god, I feel bad.
I actually am kind of sad.
I'm kind
of hate him. It would have been some of the most amazing football watching I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude, this team. I was actually like, as much as I hate the Jets, and I know I'm such a homer. I was kind of excited to watch this Jets team. I was kind of excited to watch it.
I wanted to see like a really
Garrett Wilson, man.
AFC.
I wanted to see Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers.
And Brees Hall,
and I wanted to see it, and I want with this defense too. I wanted to see it. I really did, and it's just, it's sad. It's really sad, but it is what it is. I mean,
it's sad that I'm sad about this.
Yeah, I mean, I made a realization kind of that I don't think I actually hated Aaron Rodgers or the Packers. I just hated them together. Like, honestly, like
I hated Aaron Rodgers.
Like when Aaron Rodgers got traded, I didn't really. No, I don't really care that much about him anymore. Like honestly, after he got traded, I was like, okay.
No, I like him a lot more on the Jets, but I hate him on the Packers. I think he hated him on the
genuinely,
Packers.
do you know what I think it is? Ever since I learned he's a Swiftie, I think I subconsciously like him more now. Since I learned he's a Swiftie.
You have a problem.
I actually have a problem. Oh my god.
After the anti-vax thing, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's fair. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, no, he's a weird dude. Like he's definitely a weird dude. My point is, I don't really care about him anymore. I don't know. Point is,
Jamal Williams is so weird, and I like. I don't know, bro. It's weird.
I wanted to watch. I kind of low key wanted to see this team, and
this is going to be like maybe an 18 to 6 game.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers also kind of owns the Cowboys, so this would have been kind of fun to watch. But I'm going Cowboys mainly because Jets O-line. It's another matter of that defense look ferocious. They're going to kill Zach Wilson. That's what it is. Like honestly, like I was going to try to say something. I realized I was about the pass rush in the O-line. Sure,
it's going to be a slaughter.
They're just going to kill Zach Wilson. But I think the Jets defense is very good, really good. So if the Jets defense, again, like they did last week, maybe they'll put on a performance, slow down the Cowboys'
I'm not
offense.
ruling them out. The odds are just not in their favor with this. Yeah, how Dallas has looked.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick Dallas, but the Jets, I'm not ruling them out. Like I think
don't sleep on them.
This is a big test for Mike McCarthy, though. I think this week is a huge test for him because you're going against one of the best defenses in the NFL. You're going against a team as well, your defense is going against an offense that should take care of business. So you gotta win this game if you're Mike McCarthy. I honestly feel like that because you got to be able to. Your offense has got to perform this week. I think it's a big test for him. Yeah. So I'm going Dallas, but I think Jets got a shot this week. So
onwards to the mid bowl.
Yeah, this is the mid off of the week.
These are just two of the most slightly below average teams in the whole league.
I think they're both in my. Actually, no, the Commanders are in my you hate to see it tier, and the Broncos are in my scrappy tier. But
they're close.
I don't really Does anyone care about this game?
No.
Wait, Alex actually probably is going to love this game. He loves the Broncos, and he's
Broncos
a Commanders
country.
fan. He actually is probably so excited for this game.
Hey, Mr.
Why does
Unlimited
he loves
has a
Russell
chance.
Wilson so
Yeah.
much.
because he's hilarious.
Russell Wilson's
okay,
pretty
honestly,
funny.
I feel like maybe it's just statistically, but statistically he had a pretty good game. I didn't watch
really
the game,
watch
but
it, but I didn't
I didn't
see
see it.
anyone saying any bad things about it. So
yeah, no, and also like
I think
I
he
saw
was
a couple,
just slightly better than last year.
I saw a couple plays too, and I was like, okay, that's Russell Wilson. Like I saw a couple plays where like there was a play in the red zone where he actually rolled out, extended the play, and threw a dart to Cortland Sutton for a touchdown. Like I think it was Cortland Sutton at least. Like I was like, that's Russell Wilson. Like I was like, wow. So I think from what I saw, and I didn't think the Broncos would get off to a hot start with Russell Wilson and Sean Payton. I think it was gonna. I think I said this in I forget what I said this in one of our videos, but one of our more recent episodes. I said I think there will be a little bit of a slow. I think it'll be a little bit of growing pains for them, but at the end of the year, you hope that Russell Wilson he gets more comfortable, and by the end of the year, you're like, we have our coach, we have our quarterback. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's another coin flip game where it's just like I don't want to watch this game, and I don't really have any strong opinions on it, you know. So, I'm gonna slightly go Denver. I don't even know though. Like Washington's defense though still should be good. I don't really know. I don't really know what to think of this game. But
Sorry, where are we now?
Washington.
I zoned out for a minute. Oh yeah, who cares? Let's just go to the next one.
Okay. But I think I'm going to give it to Denver, but I think Washington. If Washington has a good defensive performance, I think they can win it.
It could go either way.
Yeah. All right, Miami at New England. I think that. Okay, I actually think this might be the game of the week. Honestly.
It could be pretty good, or it
It's
could
sneaky
be
good.
the New England Patriots lock them up and then can't score.
I think this is going to.
It's gonna be Chiefs. It's gonna be Chiefs Jags this game of the week. You forget
probably.
that one.
But I think this is a
Baltimore.
huge test for both teams. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Huge test for both teams. Whether or not Patriots defense can really hang with this potent offense we saw last week, and also see if the Pats offense, if it was, we still got to see the Pats offense. Like, I'll be clear, Miami's the better team. Like, as much of a homer as I am, Miami is the better team.
Miami's a great team.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say by far. I wouldn't say by far.
Pretty comfortable.
Here's how I'll put it: if they can lock up Tyreek Hill, then they'll win that game.
New England has played really well against Miami, defensively, have played pretty well against the Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Miami Dolphins. Like last year it was only one game. They held them to like 14 points, like or something like that. It wasn't the beginning of the year, so it was week 1. So they've evolved since then, and Tua has gotten better. But the Patriots defense has evolved, and the Patriots defense has gotten better. So. Yeah. And the one thing, again, I think I said this last week, I'm still waiting to see. I'm really waiting to see if anyone can figure out a way to slow down this Miami offense. And if there's anyone that can figure it out, it's going to be Bill Belichick. So,
yes.
I think, I forget what the spread was. It was not great for New England, but...
This will be closer than people think.
I think, hey...
We said this about the Eagles, and we were right.
Yeah, New England. They're a good team. I think I even they played. Actually, I'm not even gonna say that. Actually, last week the other game against the Eagles went about as they were really close to beating the Eagles.
They did it to themselves. That was what it came down to.
Like that, yeah, really. If they they outplayed the Eagles for 3 quarters, and if they just didn't, there was a couple key drops too. Like Mac played pretty well. Like I watched the full game.
Yes, Mac played a great game.
Mac played well.
Yeah, I mean, Mac was really good. Besides
the first quarter, everyone on that team looked excellent.
It's crazy how when you get an actual offensive coordinator, the offense actually is productive. It's kind of like, I don't know. I personally, I would have never thought of it, but maybe that's just me. That's why I'm not an NFL coach.
Okay, buddy, calm
That's why I'm not an NFL coach. But
here's where I'm worried about this game. It's just Miami is so good, and Tyreek Hill is just so hard to cover. And then layer that up with Jalen Waddle, who also is faster than all your defenders. Like, just what the hell can you do?
Well, here's the thing, though. Belichick has historically done a really good job at defending Tyreek Hill. That is... that's a fact. Like, Tyreek Hill has usually had his worst games of his career against Belichick.
We own them.
So I really need New England to win this game because I'm sick of New England losing to Tua as well.
This would be a
we need to stop doing
sweet
that
win.
one.
I really want them. Like, if there's any game New England's got to win,
This one would be great.
please. Like, I just want them to win this game. Because I just know that if they lose, it's going to be the narratives, man. I'm excited for this game either way, though, because I think this is a fun matchup. This New England defense against this Miami offense, I'm really excited. So I hope.
I think it'll be a pretty good game.
I'm going New England, obviously, because the rest of the team in the NFL. But like, I actually think they can win this game. I really do. So I'm gonna go New England. I think they're gonna have a good. I think they're gonna.
I want them to win very bad. This will be a great watch.
I think that it's also Sunday night, which I'm pretty excited about. So everyone, that's the other reason why. That's the other reason why I really hope.
Regularly scheduled mid-program.
That's why I also really hope that the Patriots don't just get blown out because it's on prime time and it's just like.
It would be embarrassing.
I can't put up with Twitter sometimes. So
we need it.
We need to win this game. And also just establish that their defense is legit. I think this game would be, if they win, it would be like show their defense is legit. So, all right, another mid-off.
Another mid-off. Okay.
New Orleans at Carolina.
I would normally go New Orleans, but it just looked so weak last week. Even though they won, it just looked.
It was a very sad win. Like, it wasn't a very. It wasn't an encouraging win. I don't really think that much different.
The only highlight was that Rashid Shaheed was an absolute dog.
Dude, he had okay.
Dude, he was good last game. Man. Okay, say
you are insufferable about Rashid Shaheed, man.
Rashid Shaheed.
The Saints just didn't really. What I was gonna say, the one thing they did that the receivers played well. The receivers played well, and Derek Carr was pretty good, decent. He was decent. So the Saints just don't inspire.
Where's Rashid Shaheed? Did someone pick him up off waivers?
They don't inspire any confidence in me.
You're a moron.
No,
genuinely.
Yeah, dude, he had a touchdown and 5 receptions.
Yeah, that's touchdown. You're a funny guy.
He had 16.5 fantasy points. That's good. He had 100 all-purpose yards.
Okay, did you start him?
No, are you kidding me? That'd be stupid.
I'm gonna go Carolina with this one because I still believe in Bryce Young. And last week, I don't know, he played pretty well. He had the 2 interceptions that were both pretty ugly. Besides that, though, I think he played pretty well. But he played good ball. Besides that, so I feel like, and I also feel like that this Saints the Saints defensive line still is not good in the slightest, and they were fine last week because the Titans have also have one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, so it was just kind of a really awful matchup to watch. But maybe they get Miles Sanders going. Maybe they get Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard going because maybe they actually are able to exploit this weak New Orleans D-line. I just feel like I hope Carolina wins this game because I want to see Bryce Young get his first win. So,
dude, Miles Sanders is so elite.
Yeah, he actually is. So,
okay, man. Next one. This one actually, people are sleeping on this one. I think because this is going to be a good matchup.
No, big test for Steelers offense. Let's put it that big, huge test for the Steelers offense.
It's going to be the most boring game of the week. Where neither team is going to be able to score, and it's going to be a complete crapshoot.
Two very good defenses.
Offense is going to be good.
No, 2 very good defenses.
2 defenses and 2 bad offenses.
I would say 2 unknown offenses. I would say 2 kind of questionable offenses. But
yeah,
they
have something to prove.
Yeah, but Browns defense looked so good last week, though. So I think this is another. We're still early in the season.
JOK.
Yeah.
I love JOK.
It's a big test for both teams, mainly for the Steelers. I think Steelers offense is. I think this is the team that the unit that I'm watching the most is the Steelers offense in this game because they looked brutal last week.
Did Greg Newsome ever get good, or is he still just kind of
He's pretty. He's actually. I think he's really good. Like cornerback too. Like he's not elite, but I think he's a pretty good. Probably one of the better cornerbacks.
Yeah, I don't know, because he got drafted. It's his 3rd or 4th year now.
I think this
I
is
don't
his
know.
third year.
I thought he was gonna be like elite, like
And I think you've
last
had
year.
very high expectations for him.
I think he's gonna be the GOAT eventually.
Okay. I'm gonna go Browns because that roster's so good. That roster's still really good. So
It's stacked, dude.
yeah, it's a stacked roster. Yeah, it's another really good slate of games this week. I'm excited. So, and I think with that we will conclude our this week's episode. This is a long one, so this is a fun one.
Chiefs Cast fans,
That's pretty good.
it's been
Chiefs
a
Cast
wonderful
fan.
about hour and a half.
It's been a while.
I wish you all the best. We will see you in another
That was
7
lengthy.
business days.
Bye, Alan.
I hope
know
you all
you're
have a
gonna
great
listen.
rest of your night.
Have a good
Goodbye.
night.